Don't. We are live.
I got the quad machine ready for you.
All right. We're going to wait a few minutes. Get everything going here.
There's no way. There's your sound.
Hi, Katie. I got my gloves, so I'm more prepared than normal. Hi, everybody. I think we'll get started. Just giving you guys a minute to get on. Arnold Volker here, live at Next Innovations. We're going to focus on cottage blanks again today. We do these lives every couple weeks. Last one was pre-recorded because I went on a trip to Egypt. So I had an amazing time. So it's where a little bit of my tan is coming from. Hey, Gizmo. So if I don't have sound, let me know. But otherwise, my technical assistant, Corey, should be helping me. So which he gives me the thumbs up. Hi, Katie. But yeah, so we're going to start just with some of the basics. And if you guys have questions when you are on here, this is all for your benefit. Just please ask. Otherwise, sometimes it just gets a little, we're always trying to show you new things, but this is really meant to answer any troubles or anything that you may be having or questions that you might have for us as a company. First, we start off with a Nomax half-inch pad. If you've ever had issues with paper sticking or anything like that, it's generally because you don't have the pad. Then we, put down a piece of craft paper, and then we're going to put down the part. For today to start, we're going to do, I don't think we've ever done these, so we're always trying to do different things. We have roughly 1,200 different SKUs, so we're going to do some geckos. This is a Geonite 16 by 20 press. We're going to press at 385 degrees and for roughly 3 minutes and 30 seconds. And we're just going to line, the print goes down first, and then the metal. And so this is a little different probably than other blanks that you've done. And then generally speaking, I try to get as many things on the press as I can. So you don't want to have things hanging off the press. Then we put down a piece of craft paper. And even though there's brackets and stuff there, and then it's medium pressure on the manual. 385 degrees, 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Things that we wanted to focus on today is paper. If you haven't checked out our Colden Hove paper, we have sheet stock. We don't have rolls. We got a really good value on paper. If you want to check that out, Corey's got some great sales going on in the overstock area, and then also on the factory outlet portion. So those are both on our site. Katie, what kind of printer do you have? Hey, Jerry. So yeah, if you want to put in there what kind of printers that you guys have, that always helps us. And if you use sheet stock paper and what size. And then next we're going to do some wind spinners, which we always try to focus on some of those. The small ones sell very well, so if you haven't tried, okay, Katie used rolled paper. Yeah, we have rolls here, so unless you're using like 44-inch, that's the only thing we stock is the 44 and 64-inch rolls. Wind spinners we're going to do next. Basically, there are alignment marks. You're going to get the digital downloads we do have for sale, but then we also have the templates. And then the alignment marks you would just fold together. If your printer isn't big enough or the wind spinner is bigger, then basically you would just tape the seam together with a piece of heat tape, which is that green heat tape. So you would just tape your paper together instead of folding it. Okay. But that's what we're going to do next is a couple wind spinners. Here's a little bit larger one that we're also going to do. Maybe show you how to fold those out. Are the sales posted on the wholesale site?
No, because we can't post them in a separate category.
Yeah, the clearance items aren't on the wholesale side?
Can't post them there.
Okay. No, they're only on the retail side, but basically they're clearance pricing. So we have a lot of $5 items. Those are all, I mean, that's the bottom price. So they are on the retail side. We're very limited, even though it's Shopify, we're very limited with what Shopify can do when you have wholesale and retail. So anyway, how do you bend a wind spinner? You would fold it out with your thumbs, and that's after you press it. So ships to you flat, you press it flat. So we'll pull this off the press. Remember, it's coming off at roughly 400 degrees. Typically in the back, we use hooks, and we just hang them on a cooling rack, or we flip them over on cardboard. You're going to get a little bit of a sticking sound in a sense, and that's just somewhat the ink coming off the powder coating into the powder coating and off the paper. Report card, if you've heard me in the past talk about that, you really want all the ink to be off from here. If you have ink left on there, probably means you don't have enough pressure. I'm going to throw down a wind spinner, and basically the paper goes down. Flip this around so you can see it, and then the wind spinner basically goes in the middle like a sandwich. Okay, and this is an 11-inch kaleidoscope, we call it. It's a hummingbird. And then we're going to do a smaller, maybe a different colored hummingbird, a 6-inch. So you can get a lot of stuff packed in. You got to make sure, that you slow down and look at the image to make sure the image aligns with the paper. Okay. And then we're going to put our craft paper back down and start the process over. If anybody is in the Walker area today, we're hosting a chamber after hours event from 4 until 6. So if you're in the area, Here's kind of our multicolored geckos. And so it's got a bracket on the back. You might say, why is the bracket showing? So basically this bracket bends into a Z, and so then it would hang on the wall. The cool thing about the geckos, or a lot of these, I mean, you can, the more you shape them, the cooler they look. And it is metal, so it's like you don't have to worry so much about bending it. But that's a whole different looking part when it's slightly bent. And then it would just go on the wall, so you could put three in a row. If you haven't tried the geckos, definitely encourage you to look at those. Same thing, bent the bracket, kind of bends. And any of our stuff, if you see a bracket and you're questioning why is that bracket there, it's because it's meant to hold it off the wall. And this is again another multicolored. So there's like 3 different kind of chameleon colored gecko colors. Yeah. Okay, thanks for joining us, Jerry. Same. But yeah, remember, if you see the bracket, then it just needs to be bent out of the way. A lot of times people forget to bend our brackets, or you'll go to somebody's house or retailer and you'll see them. So if you can see the brackets, that means that they're that way for a reason. It's to remind you to bend them over. Hi, Janine. Another one that we're going to talk about today, and we talked about it a while back, is this new style. Basically, it's a photo art, we're calling it, and it's got a bracket to hang on the wall or an easel style to go on your desk. And that could be horizontal or vertical. So we're going to press that next. And I think we might have talked about these a little bit in the past, but this is just a customer that we picked up locally. It's just a local sporting goods dealer that sells lots of four-wheelers and side-by-sides and things like that. So this is a blank that we have, the four-wheeler license plate. So for those of you that are just getting into this dye sublimation business, it's limitless. I mean, the amount of new customers or things that you can pick up. Corey met with another local one today. They're looking for a different size. So for any of these that you might go to somebody locally by you, we can do custom shapes and sizes. We're a little bit different than most. We are the actual manufacturer, where a lot of these guys that are selling blanks, they're just dealers or a peddler for somebody else's products. So that's an advantage we have if you're looking for a certain state shape, which we do a lot of. Corey just did some really cool pump jack Texas oil well ones for Texas. We're peeling off the wind spinner, same kind of thing. You want to make sure that your part card looks good, that all the ink is off. And it turned out really cool. Same thing on the larger one. And again, that's the first thing you should be looking at is how did the dye sublimation process do? Did everything come off like it's supposed to? Okay. The other thing to think about, or always be checking, we make this mistake here also, and we do this for full-time living, is make sure when you are looking at your print that you cannot read the words, because they need to be inverted. If you can read the words, that means that you need to invert the print. Otherwise, it's just not going to show up right. Generally speaking, a lot of times you'll see me using the same paper over and over. As a business owner, it's like we're always trying to watch our expenses. If you want to clean back, using a piece of paper. I mean, it's fairly simple. So we're going to press that for 3 minutes, 30 seconds. We'll take a look at how these wind spinners turned out.
I think somebody else will too.
So yeah, next thing we got going here is just this wind spinner. That one we just is a purple fuchsia. We just, but these we also have as digital downloads. Do have blanks, and then we're just gonna push these out with our thumbs at about a 60-degree angle. Same thing. A lot of times with wind spinners, you'll see people that don't fold them out. They definitely spin better when they're folded out. You know, you can see that flash. You can bend them back and forth many times, but there's a lot of cool customers that you can pick up. You could do some customization with their name. We do have a really good deal on these stands. Comes with a motor. So that ships flat. You get this black thing in my hand. That'll display whatever wind spinners that you make. So if you haven't ordered one of those, I'd highly encourage it. Okay, and then here's the green one that we just did. Same thing, 6-inch. You're just gonna bend it out a little bit less. And they do come with swivels. They'll come in a separate package. You'll put the swivels on. Okay. Has anybody got any questions? We're gonna do a leaf next. We haven't done a leaf in a while. Always trying to do new things to show you guys. Got a flower here. This one's kind of one of my favorites. Just a 5-petal flower. We'll do that next. All good?
Yep.
And then here's our aspen leaves. It's got the brackets on the back, 3 brackets. Kind of gives you some versatility in how you hang it. We have these in 3 different sizes, small, medium, and large. So the small ones, we're pressing a medium right now, or will be. Those are very popular in the Midwest. We do have lots of other blanks, so definitely check those out. We'll pull this off the press, and we'll throw the leaf on there. Really a simple process. I mean, it's all about time and temperature and pressure. Wow, I love the dye sublimation process. You know, even for me, I've done this a while, so it's like it's still fun just to see what it looks like when it comes off the press. And remember, you got a limited amount of pressing space. So what I usually do is just make sure you have it twisted just right to fit on there. Again, put your craft paper down, 385 degrees, 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Those of you that have been here know that we've been around 22 years, and you ride the economy up and down. And so we have 54 acres here. Just trying to bend this out. It's hot. And so we started getting into the storage business. So maybe you've seen me press one of these before, but this is kind of cool. Kind of just a little commemorative that I'm going to hang in the storage office, but that's our first building we put up in February of 2022. And then we have another one of the second building. We got a third building that we're working on. But what's cool with this particular product for you, it's a 6x8. It's got a bracket that you could hang it on the wall, or you could also put it vertical and put it on your desk. So that's kind of a dual purpose. So that's kind of cool there. You can see that on the desk. But that's something new that Corey and the team came up with. We do have digital picture frame options. So I don't know, Corey, if you could easily put those in the comments. Yeah. But yeah, you can put a 5x7 in there, and then there's different frames, whether it's a wood or kind of a granite looking one. So it gives you some different ideas. But yeah, it's very, very versatile desk or a wall blank. And we have that in 2 sizes. The other thing we haven't talked about much are these tabs. Some of our products come with tabs. And like I said earlier, the reason they're sticking out is not that we don't know where to put them. The reason they're sticking out is so that you know that you're supposed to bend them, or it's a reminder. It's like, oh, that looks kind of silly. Well, that's because we want you to bend them out. You're going to bend them at a 90, and that holds it away from the wall. So that's what gives it some 3D characteristics. So I'm going to pull that one off. Has anybody tried the desk wall mount blank? Thank you, Corey, for posting those. Yeah. All right. I'm going to pull this leaf off and then throw on a flower. Again, it's those of you that have watched this process in the past, it's not at all by any means a scary process. It is extremely simple. It's so simple, Arnold can do it. You just basically lay the paper down, lay the part on top, and it's the biggest thing is making sure you have that Nomax pad. You want to make sure that your part is fully on the press. And you've seen us maybe in the past. We've done 20-inch items, so it can be right to the edge. And we're going to get that started again. So it's all about making you guys feel comfortable trying new things, pressing new things. We're your resource when it comes to trying to help you make money. For a lot of you, this is a hobby that maybe you're trying to get some extra income. So how do you do that? A lot of our customers, it's maybe trying some of our existing wholesale items also in a mix with things that you create. It could be state-shaped ornaments. We're seeing a lot of those. So it's all about how do you offer your customers something new, something unique that you haven't seen before. And sometimes it's just as simple as something right in your backyard that's easy to do. And we'll do maybe 500-600 of them for just one customer. So it gets to be a fair amount of dollars just in your part-time time. you know. So that's our goal, is to try to help you. I love the making but suck at the selling. That's kind of true. I mean, for a lot of us, I think you start with your friends and family, or hopefully, Corey, do you think am I still broadcasting? I'm on the Wi-Fi, that's why. I'm like, that's a miracle. I didn't have my internet plugged in. Huh. Yeah. Well, that's good. Good thing I got my IT guy.
You didn't have me check that one
Yeah.
3 minutes after.
That's funny. But yeah, I think selling sometimes can be, start with a commodity like this one here. He had a supplier issue and he came to us. So, you know, you try to find the low hanging fruit, for lack of a better way to say it, of things that people need. Then it's less like selling and you're just more or less taking orders. But I definitely can relate to what you're saying. So that could be, you know, we're all somewhat near state parks, national parks. There's festivals. You might have a friend that goes to transient vendor that might go to state fairs and things like that. So, you know, see if, you know, one of your friends or somebody might be willing to sell or add your things to what they're already selling. So, here is the leaf that we just pressed. I love that photo. I mean, I think it's a sunset, but you could also looks like a fire, but that's not real positive that the cabin's going to be burnt down. That's you. So it's definitely a sunset photo. But you could put anything on here, anything from labs to family photos. It's just something. It's a different canvas, different shape, so it's a fun way of trying something new. You know, here's a simple round, same concept, with cardinals. So we get some of our images from Big Stock. We get some from artists. So there's lots of ways where you can get some. Etsy's got a lot of digital designs out there. So there's no shortage of trying to get images. Okay, we're going to pull out this last thing, take a look at it. And if nobody has any questions, we're going to wish you guys a very great long Memorial weekend. Have a safe weekend. There's our report card. Definitely see all the ink came off. And like I said, like I love about dye sublimation, it's extremely graphic, just very, very vibrant. And if it is a photograph, the better the photograph, the better it's going to turn out. So this is, you know, pretty high quality photo, and that turned out really nice. Corey did a great job of, you know, you can mess around with the words. Kind of a common mistake sometimes is people put maybe a white or a light color words over a light color background. Well, you really want something that's going to contrast. But for any of you, I mean, this is something you could commemorate, you know, a first grade graduation or a family photo, or there's a million different ideas that you can do with something small like that. And those, I believe, are in 6-packs, Corey, I think. Those are in 6-packs. So it's not a huge quantity that you have to buy from us. As always, I'm going to put my phone number, direct phone number in there. If you have any suggestions or questions, don't hesitate to reach out. That's my direct phone number. And then here's my email. Generally speaking, Teresa or Corey answers the phone. Sometimes you'll get me, but we are a small company, but we appreciate your business, and I appreciate you buying American-made products. It definitely supports our economy. Yeah, yesterday was a little bit warm and humid. compared to what we've been used to. And today it's 55. So it's interesting in Minnesota how much things change. Corey, you got anything you want to add?
Hi.
Corey says hello. Dragonflies, if you haven't seen our dragonflies out there, I mean, we have literally hundreds and hundreds of different shapes. We're here to support you and help you in your journey with dye sublimation. Yeah, you're welcome, Gizmo. We appreciate your partnership with us and helping us. It's all about relationships and trying to grow business. Well, thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful Memorial weekend, and reach out if you have any questions. Have a great day. Bye.